I want to start with a simple observation. Most people are not getting the full value out of AI, not because the tools are limited, but because the way they are using them is limited. If you look at how the majority of people interact with AI today, it is very transactional. They open a tool, type a question, get an answer, and move on. It is almost like using Google, but just slightly more advanced. But here is the problem with that approach. AI is not a search engine. AI is a system that requires context, structure, and clarity. And without those things, even the most powerful model will give you an average result. This is where something called pull prompting completely changed the game. And once you understand this, and it generally feels like you unlocking a cheat code. Pull prompting is a shift in thinking. Instead of trying to come up with a perfect prompt yourself, you allow AI to guide the process. You let the system ask you questions it needs in order to produce a high quality output. And this matters more than it seems, because the quality of any AI output is directly tied to the quality of the input. And most people simply don't know what information is required to produce a strong result. So they guess they write vague prompt like build me a marketing strategy or create me a sales funnel. And what they get back is something generic, surface level, and not particularly useful. But the moment you switch to pull prompting, the dynamic changes completely. Instead of guessing, you are collaborating. You might start with something like, ask me a right question so you can build a complete marketing system for my business. Now, instead of one weak output, you get a structured interaction. AI begin to ask about your audience, your offer, your pricing, your channel, and your constraint. And with each answer, the system becomes more aligned with your reality. By the time the final output is generated, it is no longer generic, it is contextual, it is relevant, and most importantly, it is usable. Now, this is not just a productivity trick, it is a fundamental shift in how work will be done moving forward. Because if you zoom out, what pull prompting is really doing is bridging the gap between the business thinking and technical execution. In the past, you needed to understand tools in depth. You needed to know how to build workflows, connect API, structure logic manually. But increasingly, tools like GoHighLevel combined with AI are taking that complexity away. You no longer need to know how to build everything, but you absolutely need to know what should be built. And this is where most people underestimate the opportunity. They think the advantage is in learning more tools, but the real advantage is in developing clarity. Clarity about your business, clarity about your customer, and clarity about your processes. Because when you have that clarity, you can combine it with pull prompting. You are effectively turning AI into the system architect. You are no longer asking for the isolated output. You are designing complete system through conversation. And this is becoming incredibly powerful when applied to real business problems. For example, instead of saying build me a follow-up system, what happens when a lead comes in, what happens if they don't respond, what happens after they book, what happens if they don't book, and what happens if they don't show up. You define the flow, AI builds the structure, and this is how high-performing businesses will operate in near future. Not by relying on manual execution, but by combining strategic thinking with intelligent systems. This is also why I believe that the most valuable skill right now is not technical ability, it is ability to think in systems. Because systems are what drive results, not individual action. And once you understand how to structure a system, you can apply it anywhere. It does not matter whether you're working with a clinic, a plumbing business, an agency, or an online brand. The underlying structure is always the same. And this is exactly what I focus on in my work. I don't just help businesses use AI or set up automation. I help them understand their business at a deeper level, identify where they are losing opportunity, and design complete system using platforms like GoHighLevel. Because by the end of the day, tool will continue to evolve, AI will continue to improve, but the ability to understand problems and structure solution will remain valuable. So if you are watching this and you feel like you are not getting most out of AI, or your business feel unstructured, or you are trying different tools but nothing is clicking, then this is probably the shift you need to make. Start using AI as a collaborator, start using pull prompting, Start building through conversation, not commands. And if you want to take this a step further and actually implement this into your business with a complete system, you can sign up for GoHighLevel using the affiliate link in the description below, and you can book a strategy call with me using the Calendly link in the description below. On that call, I will personally walk through your business, help you define your system, and show you exactly how to use AI and GoHighLevel together to build something that is structured, scalable, and actually works. Because at the end of the day, AI is not the advantage, clarity is. And once you combine clarity with the right system, that is where the magic happens.